Explain about worlds and bids and all that.
What are we doing to get there?
Rest we're probably going to end up doing is just renting a bus to go down there. Now, the reason why we're doing national competitions is because the most prestigious thing to do, the most prestigious thing to get as a team is a world's bid. Now, there are 3 different types of world's bid. There's an at-large bid, there's a competition bid, and then there's a grand champion bid. A grand champion bid is pretty awesome because that includes tickets to Disney World while they're down there, and hotel fees are paid. Everything's paid for. Flight, hotel, expenses, food, it's all paid for. We don't have to pay a thing. Okay? That means parents, you don't have to pay a thing.
How do you qualify for that?
We have to get a bid.
We have to get a bid. So
That's first place.
We go to the competition and compete in it, and if we get a qualifying bid and they give us that, then that team actually gets to go to Florida and represent our state.
yeah. So the way
See,
it
that's
works
explain
is-
about Worlds. It's
yeah.
on right now that I'm going to live stream.
So Worlds bid, Worlds is a national competition. It's really international. There will be some other teams from different countries there, but it is the best of the best. There's teams like Top Gun. What's the other team? Cheer Athletics. Top Gun's won the international championship 5 out of the last 6 years. Devil Rays in Atlanta.
I don't think.
No, they're the only Missouri team that's ever been there. Is a team that I worked with was All American Cheer and Stunt, and then Casey Cheer. That's it. Those are the only 2 teams in the state of in the Kansas City area that has been to a World's competition. Gage used to go all the time, but then they lost their head coach. So it is a big deal because what ends up happening is you have probably about 250 to 300 other cheerleading squads that are there. They're all separated. It's 2 competitions. You have a preliminary, and then you
3
have
days.
a final. 3 days of competition.
Yeah, and
You have
there's
preliminaries,
1,250 kids there this
and you
year.
have finals. It is a ton of kids there. It is a ton of fun. They develop. I mean, they get to meet people from freaking Asia, or
Yes.
you know, from Europe,
Great Britain, and
Great Britain.
they're all over.
I mean, a lot of countries bring their teams to represent there, okay? But you have to win a bid. You can't just go and you actually can't just go and compete. You have to win. In order to win that, you have to win grand champion, which means they have to be the best team out of every single level, out of every team that is at that competition to win a full pace bid.
But they also have partial bids and stuff too.
Now, partial bids is when they win their group, or when they win. Partial bids is what can be won at these competitions as well. Partial bids, they are okay. You don't get you don't get the luxury treatment. You get the competition fees paid for, but you have to pay your way to get down there. And then at large bids, you have to pay for everything, but you're invited to go. It's like the NIT tournament, as I like to consider. So we're looking to be in, but they're actually going on right now in Florida. We're going to have a streaming thing, but we're going to set that up later so you guys can kind of see what we're talking about as far as the cream of the crop. So when it comes to these competitions, there are several ones that are in the Midwest that we are able to go to. Good thing is Texas is such a large state. They have like 3 competitions down there alone. So we're going to try to make the one that's in South Padre Island. There is one in Kansas City that we're going to go to. It's at Kemper. But the national squad is going to be able to do both the regional competitions, which are in the state of Missouri, as well as the national competitions, which are going to be in Iowa, Texas, and Oklahoma.
Hey, Charles.
Yes.
Okay, so it's all girls on the team right now, right?
Yes.
Now, is there an all-girls division or a co-ed division between boys involved?
No, there is all girl and they're all co-ed. Yeah. So it's separated. It's not going to be unfair. Now, as far as grand champion, they are going to be going against. They have to. Their score. It's the best score. So out of this, the amount that you can do, which is 100 and something, I think it's 120. This is the closest to 120 out of everybody that's there that day. Are there any questions on that? I know that's probably really confusing.
Yeah. So it's going to be an all-girl team versus possibly a co-ed team. And a co-ed team with boys that can throw a flyer higher would be have an advantage, no?
No,
Well-
because it's off of score. So based off of what their level is, they have a top score that they can obtain, which is 120. That's if they do every single thing and hit every single thing they're supposed to. It's called maxing out the routine. Now, not all routines are going to be worth 120 points. It's like gymnastics. You'll have a start-off point, and then they'll deduct from there. So what we're going to do is try to max out their routine. For example, one of their stunts is a round-off back. The flyers have to do a round-off back handspring, catch, then they have to pop up, and when they go up to live, they jump up and they go into a heel stretch. That's maxing out because there's 3 transitions in order to get into that stunt. Another example is their rotation, where the girls are doing a round off. They catch here, they rotate here, back up to their prep. That's maxing out, okay? So all the crazy cool stuff that you see on these cheer videos, that's the kind of stuff that we're looking to do, and that's the reason why they would be able to still be able to compete, because of the fact that they would max out their routine. If they hit it clean, they can still beat a team that's co-ed because they have to max out based off of what they're looking.
But we're still recruiting for boys. Any male can join our team and it'd be a wonderful addition.
Absolutely.
Age limits are.
Don't really have
age
any.
limit for our, I mean, it just depends on, it's based off of the youngest person's age on the team. Yes.
Well, it's a cumulative of all the kids to come up with what the age is going to be for the group.
16-year-old.
No, anybody can do it.
Yeah, I mean, for our travel,
46-year-old.
no. No. Right in there. So, now the regional squad is going to have the same routine. It's just going to be slightly watered down to where they can hit it cleanly, okay? Now, here's the cool thing. The regional squad can still win a world's bid because the Kansas City competition is a world's bid competition, and they can win a full pace world bid. So the way we did it is we don't want it to be, like I said, I don't like tryouts, okay? However, I do like to have the top people go to these competitions on the national squad because 2 of them are televised. So even if you aren't able to make it, you'll be able to see your kids on ESPN. Okay? So, any questions on that? South Texas.
No, when?
When? July
July.
16th.
Yeah.
What's the region for a regional team? Just Missouri?
Yeah, just Missouri. Now, if your girl ends up hitting the qualifications and making that squad, and making a national squad or making the regional, at the end of the day, we can't sit there and say, hey, they have to be on it. That's still your choice, okay? I am not going to sit there and say they have to do it just because we said they have to do it. I'm not that type of person. It is the parents' choice on whether or not they want them to do it. However, if they want to do it, if they make it and they cannot make a competition due to another obligation, let us know promptly so that we can find someone to replace or refill into that position, okay? Because that's extremely important. So, practices, because of that, practices are going to be harder for them. Their conditioning, I'm going to actually email all the parents a strength and conditioning workout that I would like them to do at home. No weights are involved in the strength and conditioning workout. It's just
kids.
Dad, you're not in charge.
Well, they need to be quiet.
Let's do it something.
I don't.
Well, neither are you. Be quiet.
Well, you're not.
Hey. The only other thing I have for you guys is we're excited for this to go. We're excited for the rock and roll. Our competition schedule, I will email you guys that schedule. We will have one in Branson, right? I'll email you that schedule. But the national competitions, I know offhand because I was really excited about it. We have South Padre Island, Des Moines, Iowa, Texas, another one in Texas, and then also that's pretty much it. Oklahoma. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yes.
So how many so I know my skill set, so we would be regional. How many competitions are you thinking?
There are 12 total competitions on the schedule.
But that doesn't
Five
mean we're
of
going
them-
to all of them.
5 of them are national team competitions. 7 of them are regional. So we try to have at least one competition a month from starting in November, going all the way until April.
And what are the average-ish comp fees?
$40 or $50.
Okay.
Even the one in South Padre, I think, is only like $65 a kid.
Okay.
So, but that's why we do fundraisers, because those who are on the national squad, they will have a lot more fundraisers because it is a little bit more.
I think they're more about 75.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a lot of fundraisers for those kids. Those girls will know that mid-June. They will know if they made that because we got to have a month to prepare them based off of the routine and put it together. So, any questions on anything?
I think we're good. Let's eat.
All right, let's see.